Hello and welcome to episode 18 of the Crafty Dragonfly video. My name is Stephanie and it's been ages since I've last videoed, so I'm here today. I've got lots to show you, and if you're new here, thank you for stopping by and welcome, and I hope you like what you see. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. It really does mean a lot to me, and I hope you enjoy today's video. So if you haven't done so already, grab yourselves a nice warm drink and either a crochet, knitting or sewing project that you're currently working on, and just stick me on in the background and have some me time, and hopefully I'll keep it to the usual 30 minutes. I've got quite a bit to get through, as you can imagine, because I've not been on here for a while, so I'm hoping I don't drone on too long. So I'll put a little break in here now, or the introduction should I say, and then if you need to get a drink, go and get one now. We will jump right into it. Also, I need to tell you, because I've forgotten, I'm out of practice, that you can find me on Instagram as the Crafty Dragonfly, and that's where I'm most active. And I have got a website, which is some exciting news. It's currently under construction, and it's really just going to be there for blogging purposes. So for me to write posts as and when I can, as and when I get the time, and just to provide some content, some interesting content, I hope, to anybody that wants to have a read of it, really. So mainly it will be about crochet, any free patterns I come across, and or any paid for patterns that I've bought. I do buy a lot of digital patterns because I know I appreciate all these designers and how long it must take them to do things, and certainly in the finished objects that I'll be showing you, that they are paid for patterns, and I'll show you what I mean. They really do go into quite some detail. So yeah, it'll be just, it will evolve, I think. It will be whatever I want to blog about, and as I say, it will be mainly crochet. So hopefully I'll let you know when that's up and running, and hopefully you can give me some feedback. So we'll get on with it anyway. I've made a list because I've got that many things, and I obviously don't want to miss anything out. So I'll put that there. So I think we'll start with finished objects first of all. So, and I'm going to start with, because it's autumn, the season, that autumn is one of my most favourite seasons, I have to say. I love it when it's clear blue skies, it's cold and sunny, and you can wrap up warm and you can just go out and go for a nice walk and enjoy nature, which is another thing I like. And that's what we'll be doing when I finish this filming. Me and hubby are going to go out with the dogs and take them out for a nice walk. So I'll start with this little fella. It is a fall gnome with a pumpkin. So his body is the pumpkin. So hopefully you can see him nicely. And he was such fun to make. He was really, really lovely to make. I really enjoyed that. I'm going to put my glasses on because otherwise I won't be able to see the pattern. And the designer is Firefly Crochet. Wonderful designer. Her patterns, the paid for patterns, and they are so detailed, and she has lots of photos and the pattern writing skills that it's really easy to understand. So that was the first one I made. I used Drops Paris cotton, 100% cotton. I think she actually does recommend Drops Paris anyway. Yes, she does. So it's relatively inexpensive, and I think I got mine from Love Crochet. I'll check if that's wrong. If it's not lovecrochet.com, I'll put it on the screen what it is. But I really did enjoy it. I struggled a little bit, I'm not going to lie, with the pumpkin. Now, it's only because the actual making up of the pumpkin was fine, but it was when you were coming to separate the segments that it was positioning the wool and then pulling it down through the top of the pumpkin and coming out at the bottom. You need quite a long needle for that, and my needle wasn't quite long enough, but I persevered and I did it anyway. And it's worked up in the head is part of the body. I won't say too much about it because, as I say, it's a paid for pattern, so you just need to check her out. I'll leave a link to her website or her Instagram account in the description below, so you can have a look. But I loved everything about it, and I learned a new stitch. I've not tried a loop stitch before, but it was quite easy. So and as I say, she explains things really well. So that's the first finished object, and I'll show you the pattern very quickly. I've printed it off. Obviously I can't show you the actual pattern instructions, but that's how they come. And I can just show you the second page. She tells you about tools and materials, what yarn to use, and the colours that she's used if you don't want to use your own, and what the finished size will be, all the abbreviations. And as I say, she's plenty of pictures all throughout the patterns, as you can see, putting it together. That's really helpful. And overall, it's just a really good, well-written pattern, and well worth the few pounds that it is. So that's the first one, Fall Gnome with pumpkins. That's that one. So we'll carry on with Firefly Crochet, because I did buy another pattern of hers. I'll put him back there, and he's quite a good size as well. That's what I like about it. He currently sits on our mantelpiece above the fire. So next up, this has to be my most favourite pattern that or amigurumi I've made so far. I've just fallen in love with Richard. It's called Richard the Moose, and I think it's his jumper, his little turtleneck, that I really do like. So again, it's the same designer, as I said, Firefly Crochet, and same yarn, Drops Paris cotton. It's a lovely yarn to work with. It's not hard on your hands or anything. It works up quite soft. It's lovely. So Richard again was relatively easy to make, and to do his, you do his antlers separate and sew them on, and the ears. The jumper is worked as part of the body. Get your words out. And then obviously you carry on. You make the roll top of the jumper, the turtleneck. You make that separate, and then you sew it on to the body. But I just love his face. He's so cute. I think it's just where his eyes are. But even though he's supposed to be for Christmas, really, Christmas pattern, he's already out. He's next to this fall pumpkin. I've not got a name for him yet, and the designer named Richard. Now, as you know, if you've watched any of my other videos, I do usually rename things that I make, but I think Richard really suits this one. So I'm going to just put him. I think he'll probably stay out all year, to be honest. I can't bear to put him away. So, and why should you? You spend all this time making things, and why put them away? That's my, humble opinion. So Richard, yep, was relatively easy to do. Like I say, body parts are all separate. You sew them on, and you make his little tail. And yeah, I enjoyed Richard. And again, same layout of the pattern. Really good, really detailed. Lots of pictures showing you how to put him together. And there's two, obviously there's two, Richard 1 and Richard 2 there. So if you wanted to do with a red jumper, so it is more Christmassy, then you can do that. So I might make one in red. I'll see. I think even though I enjoy making them at the time, I don't think there's anything yet that I have gone back and made a second one of. I like to move on to the next thing. So I don't know. I don't know if you're like that, or whether once you've made one, that's it. But I would like to make another one, because he was relatively easy to do, and it didn't take me that long, just working on it, about three or four evenings in the week. So yeah, I like that one. Like both of them, actually. Right, next up, Charlotte the Spider. Now, I was asked to, no, I wasn't asked. Get me? I wasn't asked at all. I offered to pattern test for Graceful Amy on Instagram. She is a designer based in Canada, somewhere where I've always wanted to go. Canada. So that's on my bucket list. So the brief was that she would send us the pattern, and we could use whatever materials we had, and we just had to follow the pattern and tell her if there was anything that you spotted, any spelling mistakes, or if something didn't make sense. And I think pretty much it overall, there was a few of us doing it, so there was a couple of other people that found a couple of things, because the way that you did the legs, you could either make them separate, which is my preferred method, or you could make them as part of the body. And I didn't choose that method, I must admit, because we only had a week to do it, and I was working, and I just wanted to make sure that it would be something that a beginner could do. and so I chose sort of the easiest option, if you like. And I had some paint box chunky, hence the size of Charlotte. I think the other pattern was quite, the one that she did was quite small, but I said to her, I'm going to do it in a chunky yarn and supersizer. So, but yeah, I think she turned out all right, actually. 3 separate pieces. It is a paid for pattern. I'll leave a link to her website or Instagram account as usual below this video. So, but I think she turned out really cute, and she's got a pointy bum. Don't know whether she's supposed to have a pointy bum, or if I'm honest, I've probably not stuffed this bit enough, but I was running out of stuffing, so, and I just wanted to get it done. But I think overall she's turned out really well. So I got her made, uploaded a couple of pictures on my Instagram account, and then yeah, so I was quite happy with her. So as I say, check her out if you want to have a look. She has lots of other patterns as well, not just that one. So can't put her down now. Where was she before? I think she was like that. Okay, so that's that one. And this is a work in progress, but I've been making this blanket forever, called the Mayan blanket by Shelly, husband of spin cushions. I bought more or less, there's one book that I haven't bought of Shelley's, but the rest of them I've got. I think I've got 4 of her books out of the 5. I think she's only done 5, I say only. But anyway, so the Mayan is a blanket that I absolutely love working on. I've just had a bit of a break off it. Now, if you've not seen it before, if you're new to this, to my channel, this is a blanket that is made up of either 6 or 9 squares, huge squares. As you can see, this is 1 square and it's not blocked, so it is a bit roughly, but this is I paid for the pattern, but I haven't printed it. I've not printed all of it because Shelley's patterns, I think this one is 84 pages long as a PDF. So I just printed out the first bit of it. It's that long because she offers so much support and links to videos. She's just amazing as a designer. I love everything she does. This is, I'm on my 3rd square, so this is the square number 3 finished, and I'm going to do another 3. And when I get going on them, they don't take that long. They're quite good to work on in an evening, really, whilst I'm sat watching TV. So I'm hoping, it was a bit of a joke between me and my sister Denise, because the blanket is for her and it was supposed to be for her birthday last year in February. So I sort of made a joke and said, well, don't worry, it'll be ready for your next birthday. And I think actually that is going to be the case. So I better get my skates on, really, because I've got another 3 to make. I know she's not bothered, but I just want to get it done now and pieced, all joined together, and then and the border on that Shelly recommends. And again, as I say, she has video tutorials for absolutely everything, and for the border, for joining. All of her patterns are just beautiful. So check her out because she's really, really good. So I can't show you the pattern for that one. So that leads me to my pegboard. do you like the pegboard? I got it from IKEA. It's 2 actually. I'm really happy with it, I have to say. I bought all these little buckets and things and pegs and hooks and put it all up, and then thought, I don't know what to put on it. So I've just flung a few things on and then sat looking at it for a bit, and then I thought, no, what I'm going to do is anything I really like looking at on a daily basis, I'm going to put on there. So it's like a bit of wall art, I suppose, you know, so like little mandalas that I've made and things like that. I'm just going to put on some of the amigurumis that I've made. They're sat up there, so I'm just going to do that for now, because it wasn't actually meant to go on the wall and have anything stored in it or on it. It's more of just something nice to look at. So, and I've posted about it on Instagram actually. So yeah, I'm very pleased with that. Pleased with the pegboard. So, and I think on one of my posts on Instagram, I showed you the cards that I've recently taken up a subscription for Brooke Marie Designs. I bought some of Brooke's cards last year, I think. Yeah, it was last year. And she's an artist. She lives in Yorkshire on a farm. Her Instagram's beautiful and a website. I love everything about it. And she's so funny. She's got such a good sense of humour. She's got a little boy now. But she's very, very talented. And I do like her cards. Now, when I bought them last year, I got them, I think it was last October. You can either buy one-offs or you can subscribe, and then it's £14 a month, I think I'm paying, to get seasonal cards sent to you. So the one thing I would say, that when I got them last year, I think I just bought a one-off month. I couldn't part with them because they were so nice. You're supposed to give them away as birthday cards and things like that, but couldn't bring myself to get rid of them, you know, because, and I know that's not why she's doing it. She's doing it so that you don't have to rush out to the shops to get a card if you've not remembered somebody's birthday, or, you know, you just want to give them something nice, which is what you're supposed to do. Anyway, I did start to give them away. So I gave one away last month to my friend's grandson, Joel. So I did manage to part with one of those. That was a little Highland cow. It was beautiful. And that's what's up here actually. Oops. That's one of the cards. This says happily ever after. So if you've got any weddings or anything like that, you could give it. But she draws these, and then she has a printer and she prints them off. So the other two that are up on the pegboard, I can't bring myself to part with those because I like them so much. Just grab them. You could even put them in a frame. So beautiful. But you are supposed to give them away, as I say, if you can bear it. But I can't bear doing that. So I subscribed because I thought, well, if I get some every month, then I will be able to share. So they came in a lovely little box with a nice little sleeve on saying Monthly Illustration Club. And so that this box is so that you can keep the rest of them in. And then you get a little tag that you can use for somebody's present. You get a bookmark, which is great because I'm always short of bookmarks. And then this is the October box. So you've got a little teddy with some wellies on, a very happy birthday, and then pies, and then you get a little card that you can hang up or put on your fridge or whatever. A notelet card if you want to send it to anybody. And then obviously you've got the envelopes to match, and they're all embossed. So they're beautiful. Very happy with those. So I'll be keeping that up. And then, as I say, hopefully I can bear to part with some. So have a look. You might like what you see. Can't put that back on right now, so I'm going to leave that for now. Moving on swiftly, because I know this is probably taking forever. I hope you've got some kind of project that you're working on anyway whilst you're listening to me. Right, so next thing is Happy Post. I think I'll throw in some Happy Post. Although we went to Yarndale in September. Yeah, September. It's if you don't know what Yarndale is, it's like a fibre festival that is put on every year, every September, and it's in Skipton in Yorkshire. In this huge building. It's normally used for cattle. It's an auction mart, and what they do is lots of stall holders from all over come and sell their yarn, hand-dyed yarn, makes, anything really, but it's mainly fibre festival. And it's so lovely to see everybody, and it was so lovely to see everybody this year, because of course it's not been on for the last couple of years, so it was nice to go. I usually go with my mum and my two sisters, and it was just so lovely to see everybody. So you go in and you get a guide. Next year is Yarndale's 10th birthday, and it was set up by Lucy from Attic 24, who I'm sure you're all very well aware of who Lucy is. And she has a fantastic blog and website, and she's lovely. She's actually stepped down now, and it's somebody else that's taken over, but it was still just as amazing. It was very safe. There weren't as many exhibitors there this year, which was a bit sad really, but it did allow you to be able to move around more freely. And in the past it's really busy, but it was lovely. It was still lovely to go. You get to see everybody, all the from sheepies to Toft to all the independent yarn dyers. They come from up north, way up north, Scotland, the islands. It was lovely to be a part of it again, and to get to chat to people. Which brings me on to what I actually bought. I was quite restrained this year, actually, I have to say. So I bought from Lorette Crafts UK. She's on Instagram. She sells crochet accessories or knitting accessories, and I said I'd spoken to her on Instagram, and it was nice to see her actually in person. So it was her first year at Yarndale, so she was excited to be there. So I got a thread card that you can just put your wool in, and so you know what, if you're doing a blanket and you're doing it in a specific order or whatever, you can just tie it to the thread keeper. And then I bought some little wooden bobbins that you can tie your wool round if you're wanting to look at your colour combination for a blanket. And I bought some little buttons which say made with love on. You can see. So you can put that on blanket, cushion, cardigan, whatever you want to make really. But it was nice to see her, it was lovely, and nice to support her too. And then I went to Cornflake Stew she's called on Instagram. That was their first time there as well, and I bought 3 patterns off her. She did have some kits, but and she had lots of samples of the patterns that she was selling, and I just fell in love with these. Now, unfortunately, the picture isn't very big, so it won't come up on the camera to show you. So what I'll do is I'll put her Instagram feed in on the screen and just show you a few of her pictures, but they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I got what did I get? I got Percy Pudding, who is 15 inches tall. I can't really show it you. As I say, I'll put it in on screen. So Percy Pudding, I got Rudy the reindeer and Dash the dog. So I'll show you those on screen. But yeah, it was lovely to meet her as well. She was really nice. Alison North, she's called, of Cornflake Stew. Works in progress. I've nearly finished. My desk looks like a bomb site now. Works in progress. So I've got I wanted this to be a finished object because I've been talking about it for so long, but sadly it's not. It's the Christmas blanket by Kate Eastwood, or one of her Christmas blankets, because she brings one out every year. I'm on the top bit. I've done a fair bit. My snowflakes are going the opposite way. I've got a fair bit to go. I think, if I'm honest, Kate recommended in her pattern an Aran weight yarn, and I'm using a DK weight, so it's not working up as quickly because it's not as thick. So that's my excuse. But anyway, now I've shown you this before. This is in black and white, so it won't come up very well on screen. Hopefully you can see it a little bit. So you work the blankets, and then the car and the trees are separate, and then you sew them on, and then you put a border on. Sounds really easy. I just need to get on with it. But because I keep getting distracted with fibre festivals and new patterns that come onto the market and Instagram, maybe I should just come off Instagram for a while and just make everything I've got and then reappear, and then I can show you. Anyway, so it will be lovely when it's done. I'll be quite sad actually to put it away. I think that's the thing with Christmas blankets, and Kate Eastwood from Just Pootling has said the same thing, that she designs these blankets, but she's also, for instance, there's one of them that has candy canes on. That was last year's blanket that she designed. The paid for patterns. But she said if you don't want to go to all that many hours of making the blanket and then be putting it away, then you could just make the whole blanket and maybe not put the candy canes on, or put them on separate, something like that, I think she said. Because then you can just keep it out all year round. So that's the only thing I would say for a Christmas blanket. But some people like doing that. She's just brought a new one out that's very Scandi looking and beautiful again. I would be tempted to leave that one out actually, because if go and have a look at her Instagram feed, or I'll try and pop it on screen here. But it's quite a nice blanket, and I think if you change the colours, because she's done a Christmas blanket, it's red with hearts on and then white embroidery. So you could change the colours, and then that way you get to keep it out all year, which is what I might do actually. Now I'm thinking about that, but I'm going to resist. I'm not going to buy the pattern yet or any of the yarn. I'm going to make sure I finish what I'm sharing with you now, so that I can start a new blanket and know that I've finished the other one. So we've got, this is literally not got much, I've not got much to do on this one. This one's called Hattie the Bunny. It's by Theodore and Rose. I bought a few of her patterns, and I've enjoyed making it actually. I'm using DMC Natura Just Cotton. Beautiful, very, very silky. It's a lovely yarn to use. Now I finished the actual lovey part of the blanket ages ago, but I ran out of this colour. So, and then we went on holiday. So anyway, I've ordered some more. So it's here now. So this is the lovey bit. It's not very big, but it's not meant to be, because it's a lovey for a little toddler or a baby, or a toddler that they can carry around. And then you have the head, which is here. That's the head. I've not put all the body parts on yet. And then you've got the ears, which would be somewhere like that. And then you put the eyes on. And I ran out of yarn because I needed to make the arms. And the arms are the same colour as the blanket. So can't really show you this because it's, but anyway, so I've just got the arms to make and then to sew them on, but I needed the pink colour, so that won't take long to do at all. Last but not least, sorry Richard, is the advent box from Little Box of Crochet from last year. Still not finished it. I've subscribed to this year's advent box, which is a woodland Santa. Don't know whether you've seen it. Go on to Little Box of Crochet's Instagram account or website to have a look. The designer is Kate Eastwood, again this year, and it's beautiful. So I couldn't resist. So I need to finish this before I start that, and that comes in November. So I need to get my skates on a bit. So, which is why it's out and why I'm sharing it with you, because that will hopefully motivate me to get it done. So I've shown you these before. These are the stockings, but anybody new that's not watched my other videos, these are the stockings that go on either side of the garland. Show you the garland. Oh. Just in case you've not seen it, it's beautiful. It was based on a Victorian theme, Really lovely. There it is. Right, so hopefully you can see that picture. So it's a garland that you can put up over the top of your fireplace. And it's made up of different elements. So you've got the 2 stockings on either end, which I've already made. I did make those when it came last year, but I was making them over Christmas. And you've got presents, which I've started. You make 4 of them, like little cubes. You've got holly leaves. So I have actually made all of the holly leaves. And then you have the little letters, which are relatively quick to do. And then you've got ice skates, which I have made them, but I've put them away with the Christmas decorations instead of in this box. So when we dress the tree in December, I'll be able to get them. So I've made them. And then there's 2 post boxes, which you can see there. And then the little rocking horse in the middle. So there's not that many things to get finished now. Oh, and the pine cones. I think there's pine cones. Can't see. Yeah, I think there's little pine cones as well. So yeah, I need to get on with that and get all my things finished. And I think I've finished. Oops. I think I'm done for now. Yes, I am. So if you've made it this far and you've not fallen asleep, or you've actually been able to work on something yourself, which is great, thank you for staying with me. And I hope you're all well. And I'm going to head out now with hubby and 2 dogs into the sunshine and get some fresh air before I edit this video, because it does actually take quite a while to edit. But I'll put some nice pictures in at the beginning and usual music, which will be nice. And we're off on holiday next week. We're going up to Scotland for a few days, so hopefully the weather will be nice, and if not, we love Scotland anyway. We've not been for a few years, so it'll be nice to go back and see what it's like, and go out for lots of nice walks too. Hopefully I'll be able to do a video in November. In fact, I will do a video in November. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell you. On my YouTube channel, I've noticed YouTube have started putting adverts in. Now, it's not me that I haven't authorized them to put adverts on my channel. And when you're a serious YouTuber, you can make a little bit of money off your videos if you video and upload consistently, which I'm not doing at the moment. And you have to get so many subscribers. You have to get 1,000 subscribers. So I'm over halfway there, and you have to have so many minutes for watch time. And again, I'm not nowhere near that. So when I saw the adverts appearing on my channel, I got quite giddy, and I thought, ooh, maybe I've reached my target, and I'll get a few pence for whatever. Yeah, I don't know how much they make. I know it's not that much, but I'm nowhere near it. So I looked it up, and it said that this is a new thing that they're doing. They're just putting adverts on people's videos, whether they've reached their target audience or not. So I hope they don't annoy you too much, and just feel free to skip. As soon as it comes on where you can skip the ad, just skip it, because I'm not getting anything out of it anyway. So, and I'm a bit cross really that they're able to do that, but it is what it is, I suppose. It's YouTube. So anyway, rant over. Have a good day, everyone, and I'll see you soon.